Hey, it's Clark Reid back with some tech headlines for you today. You can do us a real solid. Mash that like button, and you'll do us a little favor. And you can also subscribe, tap the bell icon, and you'll know when each new report is up and ready for you to either view or read, whichever you like. As software gets more and more complex and companies are turning attention to AI models, some things inevitably are going to slip through the cracks, and that's apparently happened with this month's Windows 11 update. ArsTech.com reports that the update removes the Copilot app from some Windows PCs, unpinning it from the taskbar. Microsoft says it's working on a resolution to address the issue, but it says that users that want to get Copilot back in the meantime can reinstall the app from the Microsoft Store and then repin it to the taskbar, just the same process used to install Copilot on PCs where it's been removed. More keeps slipping out about the upcoming slimmer iPhone model, dubbed the iPhone Air by most. Here's an interesting item that Engadget.com picked up from Mark Gurman. Apple apparently really wanted to drop the USB-C port and make the thin iPhone Apple's first totally portless phone. Well, apparently they ran into some tough sledding when the EU regulators protested about that. Apple has not totally given it up. They may try to roll out a portless iPhone later, and if the iPhone 17 Air is successful. The Air, by the way, is reportedly 2 millimeters thinner than the other iPhones, and Mark Gurman says it should be priced at about $900, putting it right in between the entry-level iPhone 17 and the pricier Pro models. There's been plenty written already, to say nothing of plenty of angst, about AI duplicating voices, and now Gizmodo.com notes that Google's new AI model can remove watermarks from images. The version is Gemini Flash 2.0. It's only in the experimental phase so far, but users have found it easily removes watermarks from copyrighted images. There are already a number of other AI-powered apps that can remove objects and fill gaps in images, including Apple's Intelligence. They came along a little late, but they have a cleanup feature now as well. Companies have worked to keep from removing watermarks. They nickname this nerfing. It's when they put significant restrictions in place to avoid legal trouble. Of course, OpenAI's DALL-E image model won't generate images of copyrighted characters because certainly the House of Mouse is very protective of their characters, and they have a pretty robust legal department. Google will no doubt try to rectify the issue before they release Gemini Flash 2.0 generally, but the horse may be out of the barn on this, much like it is with voices. EVs may be a big part of the wave of the future in vehicles, but they are certainly some of the most hefty vehicles on the road. And now a startup in Britain has come out of stealth and introduced plans for 2 lightweight EVs. The company's called Longbow, and it's founded by ex-Tesla, Lucid, and Polestar executives, so they're no strangers to getting an EV line off the ground. TheNextWeb.com reports that the cars are being touted as spiritual successors to the iconic Lotus and Jaguar E-Type. The first one out of the blocks is called the Speedster. It's a sports car that'll weigh in at 1,984 pounds and do 0 to 62 in 3.5 seconds. It'll have a range of 275 miles, not bad, and starts out at $110,404. And by the way, the first customer deliveries are set for 2026. It will be pretty limited edition, only a few hundred available. Longbow then also plans a Roadster that'll be more widely distributed, and that vehicle will run $84,425. It'll weigh in at 2,193 pounds, and it'll do 0 to 62 in 3.6 seconds, just a tenth slower. Note that the average EV today weighs in at something like 4,400 pounds, so these are just about half that. Longbow plans to use off-the-shelf parts, even down to the electric motor, so no exotic handmade parts that'll cost a fortune to replace. And it's good to recall the original Tesla was a cool little roadster, and these days almost no one is making anything like that. I'm Clark Reid, and you're Technified for now.